Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Allow me to introduce Professor Bram Kenric. He's the reason we're out here.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Worship.
Professor Kenric teaches at the University of Orlais.
I came on an exchange program from Starkhaven. While in Val Royeaux, I've found something incredible. After 800 years, we may be able to determine the final resting place of the last Inquisitor.
It's not that I'm not excited about this, but why are we excited about this?
Hear me out, Your Worship. This find will have value both historical and practical. Inquisitor Emeridon stepped down shortly before the Nevarran Accord brought the Seekers of Truth into the Chantry. He hunted demons, dragons, and dangerous apostates in a time before Templars even existed.
I'm all for history if it means tracking down the equipment of a famous demon hunter.
How can we help you find Inquisitor Emeridon's resting place?
Your scouts have gathered artifacts from the area. They may help us discover what Inquisitor Emeridon was doing.
I have news as well. We've encountered hostile Avvar to the north. They call themselves the Jaws of Hakkon. There's also an Avvar hold to the east. Unlike the Jaws of Hakkon, they've been friendly so far.
The Jaws of Hakkon?
They're hostile Avvar who attack any Inquisition agents or researchers who get close. We've sent soldiers for defense, but the Hakkonites are cunning, merciless, and know the basin better than we do. I'm afraid our men will not be able to hold out long.
I thought we could catch up.
Of course.
Have you spoken to Kenric much?
A bit. He's quite nice, isn't he? And clever. Really loves his books. I said hello one day while he had his nose buried in a giant tome. His shriek was a winner. I can't stop doing it now. It's too funny.
How do you like the Frostback Basin?
It's lovely, isn't it? At least until you step in a pile of bogfish or poo. The stuff's vile. It makes great fuel for starting fires, though, if you can tolerate the smell. Ugh. I might suggest that to the commander. It could be great for sieges.
That is a brilliant idea. I'll endorse it.
Wonderful. I'll write it up as soon as I get back to Skyhold.
What are your thoughts about our progress against Corypheus?
We're getting close. It feels like we're on the right track, doesn't it? Everyone working together against our common goal. It feels good.
They say you grew up in a village. Where did you learn to fight, draw a bow, all that?
Here and there. You pick things up as a little dwarf girl in a village filled with piggish Ferelden boys. I'm no artist with a blade. I just know what hurts and what takes them down quick. Bruised a shin or two in my day, and a few, you know, other things. And archery? Oh, there was a traveling hunter who set me up with my first bow and taught me the basics. After that, I practiced on my own. On squirrels, mostly. Oh, and Heinrich from next door, but only with padded arrows.
I hear you have family in Ferelden.
Yes, my mother and father. I insisted they moved to Denerim once I signed up with the Inquisition. Ambassador Montilier tells me I should invite them to Skyhold. She thinks they'd be proud of me. But after Haven, I just can't, you know? It's not that I don't trust you or our soldiers, it's just... I just want them to be safe. And if that means they don't get to see things firsthand, that's okay. My mother likes writing letters anyway.
What do you think about the Avvar?
When I was a little girl, a lady in our village used to tell me Avvar tales. Being able to see their lives up close, it's nothing like I thought. They're very tall, aren't they? I was considering a proposal for Commander Cullen. Avvar allies with dwarven archers astride their shoulders.
Oh, I like the way she thinks. We should keep her around. For mayhem.
Yes! Mayhem!
All right, get it out of your system.
Mayhem! It's funny how a word loses its meaning when you say it enough times.
We'll continue this another time.
Safe travels.
Lady Har- I mean, Scout Harding has an impressive team. Her people brought back a number of artifacts.
Have you been able to locate Inquisitor Emeriden's resting place?
If only it were that easy. After 800 years, we can't just look for tracks. Barring enchantment, cloth and leather will have long since rotted away. Only metal and stone remain recognizable. Complicating this are recent pieces the Avvar left behind, and of course ancient pieces dating back to Tevinter. Fortunately, thanks to some period-specific buckling, I've been able to track our last Inquisitor.
You said there were pieces dating back to Tevinter.
Yes, while it's rare to see Tevinter ruins so far south, the Imperium once had an outpost of some sort here. They might have built it as a ritual site. I'm not sure what military value it could have. In any event, it's muddled up the research slightly, but I've accounted for it.
You lost me at buckling.
You'd think that a buckle was a buckle. But ever since people started belting on weapons, they've been adding bits. One piece here has a dragon engraving. With the alloys of the metals used, it's clearly Tevinter. While this one uses a clasp that wasn't invented until the dawn of the Orlesian Empire. And when it comes to historical research, you might say we have to buckle down.
What do you have, Professor?
Everything so far points to the shore not far to the south. There was some sort of battle near the shoreline. They were in a hurry. The scouts reported an island near an Avvar fishing camp, but the Avvar won't say much about it.
What makes you think the last Inquisitor was fighting?
There's a clasp here common to armor links. It's clearly torn. That only happens from a heavy shearing blow, like large claws or an axe. Then there's the dagger. Silverite, with a stylized dragon pommel and an inscription reading Cordilis. That dagger had to be a gift from Cordilis Draco, first Emperor of Orlais. No one would just lose such a thing.
What can you tell me about the Avvar fishing camp?
Not much. It's the friendly Avvar, not these jaws of Hakkon barbarians. According to the scouts, they wouldn't say much about the area. Likely a local superstition.
I'll find a way to that island and see if there's anything useful there.
Excellent. I'll continue to study what's been found. With luck, we'll both find some answers. Also, one of my research assistants, Colette, was investigating an old structure to the north. I'm not certain it's related to our investigation, but it couldn't hurt to check with her.
American?
No, that refers to a ring.
What is this? Are the fishes of Stone Bear Hole too rude to share a meal with friends?
Can the jaws of Hakkon not catch their own fish? Or are those jaws only good for flapping?
Mind your tongue, Bogwalker. Stone Bear Hold may not always shelter you, and you will need shelter when the cold winds come.
Yet I feel...
The Inquisitor! Let his blood bathe the blades of the jaws of Hakkon! Death to the Lowlanders! Glory to Hakkon!
The jaws of Hakkon don't like us much. What do we do this time?
Perhaps the friendlier Avar in the village Harding mentioned can shed some light.
You are not from Olay originally, Vivian. Neither are you, clearly. I ask because of your accent. I would have thought, once you joined the court...
That which makes you different can be a burden or a source of strength, my dear. Which is up to you.
I wish someone had told me that when I was younger.
You are the lowlander they call Inquisitor. I am Arvid Rolfson. Well fought. The fish will feed on fool's heart wine this night. I know not what brings you here, but we have no quarrel, you and I.
How long have you lived in the base?
Stone Bear Hole's been here a few generations. I was born further north, but we left before I can remember. It was a good life, until the jaws of Hakkon arrived. They brought trouble with them. People are expecting a raid, but...
You don't agree?
They seem bigger fools than that, for all their boasting. I cannot say what they plan, but it bodes ill.
I find myself in need of a boat. I need to reach that island.
The Lady's Rest.
What?
That island belongs to the Lady of the Skies. The spirits want us to leave it be.
Still need that boat. Otherwise I'll have to swim. My boots will get wet. Very uncomfortable.
If I give you the boat, and you anger the spirits and die, other lowlanders may come for blood. That is trouble for my hold, and not my trouble to take. Go to Stone Bear Hole and speak with my Thane, Svarah's son there. Get her blessing, and you may sail to Korth's rocky heart, if you wish. Yeah?
I should be going.
Run well.
Catch anything today?
Nothing yet. Too many visitors stirring up the forest.
Sounds like a party. Or a fight.
dreadfully rustic welcome.
We should speak with the Thane.
We've heard of your arrival, Lowlanders. Come, share my fire where we might speak. Inquisitor, I am Svarah's son here, Thane of Stonebear Hold. You have guest welcome here. Your Inquisition has done much to heal the holes in the sky. We are grateful. You and your people have come far from the safety of the lowlands.
We have come on a mission. We have learned that the last Inquisitor may have died here hundreds of years ago. We seek his body.
Giving peace to the dead is a worthy quest. Any help we can offer is yours. Sadly, the Jaws of Hakkon will not offer so warm a welcome. You have met their Thane, Gerd Harrofson. I wager you have crossed blades with the Jaws of Hakkon in the wilderness. If you would search this place for your Inquisitor's body, they will want you to pay in blood.
How did you get the name Sunhair?
I was born Svarah Janersdotten. For my legend mark, I once fought a battle with my hair on fire.
You lit your hair on fire?
An enemy archer lit my hair on fire. I was locked shield to shield with a foe, and I had no time to douse it. It scared my foes. My hair was braided long enough that I could spare it. It stank worse than goat shit, though.
When I first entered your hold, there was a climbing contest of some sort. What was that?
The test of the lady. We use it to settle disputes when it is not clear who has the right of it. There are others. For the test of the Mountain Father, you battle with verse while those who favor you hold you aloft. The test of Hakkon is battle with blunted weapons.
Those tests only prove who is faster or stronger, not who is right.
Are your lowland trials perfect? Can the wealthy or quick-witted not succeed even when their claim is weak? As Thane, I may guide the gods in finding who is worthy. I decide which test will settle the dispute. I may also ask a warrior whose claim is foolish to climb with stones strapped to his back.
I'd like to hear more about Stonebear Hold.
We are not the largest hold, but our warriors are strong, and our singers are pretty. Words are for boasting around the fireside. You should look yourself, if you will.
I'd like to know more about the Jaws of Hakkon.
They are not the first hold to take that name. All have been foolish. What would you know of them?
What do the Jaws of Hakkon believe that makes them so angry?
A wise man honors each god to its strength. Bjorn Reedbeard for fishing, Rilla of the Fireside for making babies. The Hakkonites care only for Hakkon Winter's Breath, god of war and winter. There is no evil in Hakkon. There are times to fight, but the Jaws of Hakkon care for nothing else. They raid, they fight. Eventually they die and their stories are forgotten. It is the way of things.
What can you tell me of the people now calling themselves the Jaws of Hakkon?
They came here a few years ago, after the Blight took their hold. There was land enough for both, so we were friendly. We did not see their anger. Gerd Harrofson lost too many in his hold to Darkspawn. He thought only of battle and war. To avenge a wrong is a good thing, but only a fool lights the world on fire to do it.
You said that there were earlier groups known as the Jaws of Hakkon.
Yes. Many ages ago. They thought of nothing but slaughter glory. They attacked the lowlanders. Your people fought back and destroyed them. They were fools.
I'll speak with you later.
Fair hunting. Inquisitor?
I was told I needed your permission to borrow a boat from the fishermen.
Bah, Rolfson. He worries like a scared baby goat. The boat is yours. Tell him I said so.
The Hakkonites are attacking my people. I would welcome any assistance you could offer.
Bathing my blade in the blood of the Hakkonites would be cause for a feast for most in this hold. The Hakkonites are fools, and they have forgotten the old ways. But we have pledged peace with them. To attack with lowlanders at our side would make us oathbreakers. This is poor weather for me to ask that of my hold.
What would change the weather?
Among the Avvar, a hold draws strength from its hold beast. They are as kin to us. When our hold beast is strong and happy, there is joy. When it sickens and dies, it is an ill omen. Our bear, Storvacker, has not been seen in days. The hold fears for her. I cannot ask the hold to break peace oaths unless Storvacker returns.
Does Storvacker usually live in the hold? Does she stay in a pen, or...?
Pens are for goats and chickens, not holdkin. The Avvar are free. So must be our hold beasts. Storvacker lives in a cave near the hold. She comes to visit if she wishes to see us. We bring her gifts of food. Not enough that she will not hunt for herself.
Maybe I shouldn't bring this up, but bears and I traditionally do not get along.
You were fought bears. You lived. Good for you. Fear will keep you respectful should you find Storvacker. You will be fine.
So you're saying she's friendly? You have members of the hold searching for Storvacker?
The hold is already fearful. A great hunt for our hold beast would show weakness to the Hakkonites. If she were dead, the augur would know. So the hunters watch for tracks. That is all we can do.
The way you asked us to help find Storvacker made it sound like you were willing to break your oath.
I could say that Avvar hold all oaths sacred. That no true Avvar would break them. It would be a good lie. Lowlanders doubtless say the same of themselves. A cunning thane can find a hole in the tent of any promise. A place for the cold wind to sneak in. We are bone and blood. Oaths last until they are broken.
If I find your bear and you break the oath, what happens to Stone Bear Hold?
Other holds share oaths with the Jaws of Hakkon. They are sworn to defend or avenge them. If the Hakkonites were friends, they would attack us. But they are friends to few. We will send offerings, trade, and gifts to pay the price of oath-breaking. The storm will pass. I do not do this lightly, Inquisitor. But the Hakkonites are tiresome.
I'm a little confused about why I have to find a bear in order to gain the support of your tribe.
Storvacker is not a bear. She is our hold beast. She ties us to the gods. Without her, we... Your maker has turned from you, has he not? It is as that. I know more of this world than the world of spirits. Speak with our augur if you would know more. They're our gods, not yours. For you, it is enough that Storvacker matters to us.
I'll speak with you later.
Ask those in the hold about Storvacker. They may know something they have not told me.
Inquisitor, I'm honored by your visit. I'm Finn Coldenson. Forgive me if I don't stand to greet you properly.
How were you injured?
A storm blew up a few months back. It's the worst we've seen in a while. I was helping to secure the fishing boat. Einar nearly fell in. I caught him, but the current caught me. My leg got crushed against the rocks. It hasn't set properly.
You seem troubled. Is it your injury?
In part. Gyda Mirdotten prepares my father's body for sky burial.
I'm sorry.
I knew it would be soon. I miss him.
I'll let you rest.
Lady keep you.
So, come to test yourself.
How so?
Our warriors want your measure, Inquisitor. Bring us an offering, and we'll let you fight Hakkon's trials.
Stonebear Hold would know if the spirits favor you. So would I.
I hear your hold animal's missing. Do you know where she might be?
I can't help you, Inquisitor. I always keep my distance from Storvacker.
Why is that?
She nipped me good as a cub. The scar still itches when it rains.
Do you run this arena?
I do. I'm called Hakkon Feltz. I prepare warriors for the gods. Truly, I drill it into young heads that no one's born knowing how the axe swings or the arrow flies.
What do you mean, prepare your warriors for the gods?
As we train, the gods see us become worthy.
Worthy of what?
A second strength when you most need it. A glimpse that spots a blade at your heart. Warriors must show their will for these gifts, and the will for practice.
Impossible. These people would all be abominations if this were true.
Our augur's no fool. We keep the bad spirits at bay. Spot them in those who draw them.
I'm sure you think you do.
What is this trial exactly?
Battle against our best. Wit and muscle, and steel against steel. Not to death, just surrender. In case you're afraid.
Now that's a relief. Wouldn't want to widow the entire village.
Oh, I like this. Bring the stomach to match those fine words.
Can we begin this trial of Hakkon?
We need an offering from you first. To honor Hakkon and the dead.
Why do you pray to Hakkon when his fanatics cause you so much trouble?
Hakkon Wintersbreath could be testing us through those fanatics. He can be a cruel god, Lowlander. He'll favor the victor and no other. Strength to strength. If the jaws of Hakkon tried to raid us, we'll feed their scraps to the bears.
Farewell.
Safe journeys.
Dressed like that.
Inquisitor, you've need of a hunter, or you're just wandering? Now you lowlanders see many holds, but I'll tell you, there are none finer.
I assume you go hunting yourself.
Of course I do. Who says otherwise?
No one.
I lead our hunts, Inquisitor. My leg aches. One eye can't see in the dark, and I bring more meat than anyone in the hold. Goat's piss, do I hunt?
I suppose you'd also best me with one hand tied behind your back.
Bind me eyes to make it fair.
If I have to knock sense into you, I'd have you see it coming.
If I beat sense into you, you'll not see for a week.
Old man, I will not be your suicide.
There's spine to you, eh?
Do you have any idea where Storvacker has gone?
Our hold animal's a hungry one. She might be after the game in the valley to the west. As the weather's turning, I'd not think she'd roam further.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Place to get ambushed. Watch your back. At least it's not too dry. Over there. He's not fighting those off alone.
Inquisitor. Still finding it difficult to breathe, with thy notes strewn across the landscape, so thank you. I'm Colette, Professor Kenric's research assistant. I was hoping to conduct a survey of a Tevinter ruin in the hills. I may not have chosen the best route.
You're Kenric's research assistant, so that makes you a student at the University of Orlais.
It does? Why?
Orlesian institutions aren't always accepting of elves.
So the glances and loud whispers remind me. The university accepts those worthy of admission, though elven students are few.
How do you find it there?
It's not easy. But this is what I want. And I like working for Professor Kenric. Elven research students, where publications concerned, their work's often deemed not substantial enough for formal credit. But Kenric cares about people who want to learn. If our research finds an audience, I know my name will be included.
What were you hoping to find at the ruin?
The Tevinter's time here was brief, but their architecture endured, offering shelter, forming landmarks. Ancient Avvar would have encountered these structures, which certainly predate Inquisitor Emeridan. Evaluating the ruins could offer insight into the region's history, once I can get set up.
You're still going there?
I've read everything we have on Emeridan, and studied up on new excavation techniques. I won't waste this opportunity. If you've a map, I can show you my destination, if you'd be interested in the findings.
Stay safe.
I will.
Is this where Kenric's assistant was headed?
Inquisitor? You may want to see this. Inquisitor! I was going to send word. I found something. This inscription, almost completely faded, but... 2 stood. Felled 60 true before our triumph. A breath in the hunt, and let rest the lowlanders, worthy of the lady's care. The markings and surrounding artifacts date to Ameridan's time. The references and scripts suggest Avvar.
What's your theory?
I need to complete a full survey and have Professor Kenric evaluate the site himself. But this may be a tribute to Heron and Orina, Inquisitor Ameridan's companions.
What can you tell me about Orina?
Orina was an alchemist in Orzammar. It's said she met Ameridan while dealing with a demon, but it's not known why Ameridan was there. Demons aren't common in the deep roads, but they were a problem for the Inquisition at the time. Orina knew she could help, so she joined Ameridan.
If she left Orzammar, that would make her a surfacer.
She turned her back on the stone, though it's said she had few regrets. Some claim she was actually from one of Orzammar's noble families, but who can say? She never used her last name on the surface, and once exiled, the family likely struck her name from personal documents. Professor Kenric petitioned Orzammar's Shaperate to grant access to their records, but the request was turned down.
What will you do with this information?
Professor Kenric will expect detailed notes on the location, stone and clay samples, and any trace artifacts I can find. If Ameridan's history is compiled, this could be worth an entire chapter. I might get credit on the inside cover.
What makes you think the inscription refers to Heron and Orina?
It's only a theory, but the age of the markings and surrounding artifacts match the timeline we've established for Ameridan. I found glass fragments in the clay, several with slight veins of discoloration. Blue. Like Templar artifacts.
Templars?
The Templars were a new order in Ameridan's time. Given their small numbers then, few would be found outside the Chantry's reach. It's unusual to find one deep in uncharted territory, unless he traveled here for a purpose, as Heron would have.
You don't think the inscription could refer to Ameridan himself?
It's possible, but Ameridan would have been recognized as a leader, which the inscription might have noted out of respect. And a breath in the hunt? Why note that your hunt continues unless your remaining prey was someone important?
What happened here?
An encounter with ancient Avvar, and not a friendly one. Ameridan and his companions were outnumbered in an unfamiliar place. If Ameridan's not here, perhaps someone bought him the time needed to keep going?
If this is the resting place of Heron and Orina, it only remains because the Avvar took time to honor them.
Respect for a worthy adversary? It wouldn't be out of place.
What do you know about Heron?
When the Templar Order was first formed, Sir Heron was among its members. He's arguably the most famous of the original Templars, though he was never one of their leaders. He's better known as one of Inquisitor Ameridan's confidants. They'd known each other since youth.
So they were close. Friends.
When Ameridan was made Inquisitor, Heron's position in his inner circle was assumed. A few ballads about them survive. The type with adventures and happy endings. I don't know if they're true. They remind me of my brothers, though.
Thank you, Colette.
Inquisitor.
Found. Someone fought a beast here. It could be the Avvar bear. There's no corpse. The bear must be nearby.
goat-kissing, blood-drinking, Hakkonite chicken crabs! Thank you, Inquisitor. Storvacker has returned. My hunters saw what you and she did to the Hakkonites who held her. In trapping Storvacker, the jaws of Hakkon broke their peace oath with Stonebear Hold. Our blades are yours.
I assume your bear is all right after whatever they were going to do to her.
She is fine. As for what they were going to do, my hunters brought items back from where they held Storvacker. I know what they intended. It is not something you will like. Something few Avvar would tell lowlanders. But you must hear it. The jaws of Hakkon sought to bind their god in mortal form and bring war to the lowlands.
By saving your bear, have we put an end to their plans?
Though you have given them pause, they will try again. Ages ago, the old jaws of Hakkon did the same. They brought their god to life to destroy the lowlands. Their foolishness lost Hakkon to all Avvar. Now they would free him and begin again.
What did you mean when you said that their foolishness lost Hakkon to all Avvar?
When they bound Hakkon to mortal form, he became blood of this world. He could hear no prayers, nor speak to the augurs. All he could do was kill. Then he vanished instead of dying, as though rendered mute, lost for ages. If they sought to free him from mortal form, I could understand. Making him attack the lowlands is a fool's work.
The Avvar wouldn't like the idea of war with the lowlands.
Is that what your skalds say? It does us no harm to be feared. If our land is threatened, we will happily fight. And a raid here and there keeps both sides sharp. But we have no need of your lowlands. Not when our goats are fat and our fish are plenty. And not when the sky is torn with demons. Only a fool fights in a burning boat.
What would happen if the jaws of Hakkon succeeded in their plan?
Hakkon would come to the lowlands in the form of a great beast. The Hakkonites would join him, their numbers swelled by foolish young warriors dreaming of honor names. Even if war were needed, it should not be like that. With gods wreaking havoc in blood-soaked fields. The gods should stay where they belong.
Based on what we know, what must we do to stop the jaws of Hakkon?
Their hold is an old lowlander fortress. It is shielded by a great wall of ice. Magic even the Hakkonites do not know. Unravel its magic, and we will scatter their bones so the lady never finds them.
We still need a way to melt the wall of ice around the Hakkonites' fortress. Do you have any ideas?
No. It is lowlander magic and nothing to do with us. Our spirit talkers are useless as battle goats. The Hakkonites must have found the magic in the old fortress. Speak to your people. Perhaps they will know more.
I'll speak with you later.
Fair hunting.
Sunhair gave me guest welcome at Stonebear Hold.
Aye, she sent word.
As a guest, then, may I please borrow your boat?
We would be poor hosts to refuse. The boat is yours. I hope you come back alive.
Anybody else smell sea air and spice? That's That isn't right.
It's the spirits, darling. They're projecting sorrow and eliciting your most tragic memories in return.
Glad I asked. I could do without all the demons, boss. Anytime you want to leave is fine by me.
American. Hi. This blood. My blood? No, I can't.
Deal with the rift. This area will not be stable until it is gone.
Helada slept. I slept. To find him in dreaming. But the blood. She's gone. Talana wanted to reach American again. One more time. But she couldn't. I couldn't. I died. I tried to stay, but only pieces came through. You opened the sky for the rest of me.
This is going to be the Fade all over again. Do you know where American is?
American? Yes. Inquisitor. Beloved. She came with American to hunt the dragon.
The dragon?
Huge. Power like none had seen. It came from the mountains with the Avvar. Towns fell. All dead. One last favor for Emperor Draken. Slay the Avvar dragon. Save Orlais.
Inquisitor American died saving Orlais from a dragon. How could history just forget that?
Not forgotten. Forbidden. Darkspawn in the north. All of Orlais afraid. No one could know. Orlais must stand unstained, no fear to falter. Please, my friend, for both our peoples. They fought at the shore. Spirits and magic. Cold. So cold. How I found her. How she found us. They rested here. Then up the river. Metal spires. A way to stop the dragon. Then Talana returned here, alone, to wait for him. Forever waiting. Dreaming, then dead.
You're too dangerous to remain here.
I agree. It does not seem hostile, but it is safer for everyone if it returns to the Fade.
I will not fight. I tried to remember. For Talana. She went a long time ago. I stayed because she asked. Her things are there. She wanted them found.
Are you all right?
Hold for Hakkon's glory!
May I help you, Inquisitor?
A spirit on the island held the memories and possessions of Ameridan's lover, a woman named Talana. It told us that Ameridan was here on orders from Emperor Hakkon himself, and where he went next.
Trust his dimples. I may have received tenure from that sentence alone. Ameridan had a lover. Talana, you said. The Inquisitor's Lady Mage. There was such debate over whether she existed. And there were orders. This was a request from Hakkon. This changes everything.
You don't have a problem receiving information from spirits?
It's not ideal, but since you found corroborating physical evidence, I see no serious issues. Any study of great wars and battlefields carries an inherent risk of contact with demons or spirits. When spirits are willing to talk, most historians love the chance of a first-hand report.
What does it change, knowing that Ameridan was on a mission from Emperor Hakkon?
Everything. One current theory holds that Ameridan was selfishly throwing off his responsibilities to go hunting. Another suggests Hakkon had him removed or even killed because Ameridan opposed the Navaran Accord. But if this is true, then Ameridan was a loyal servant of Orlais. He was not an embarrassment. He was a patriot protecting Orlais while Hakkon fought in the Second Blight.
You were surprised to hear that Ameridan had a lover?
Yes. This Talana you mentioned. Her existence has been hotly debated. Some scholars took Inquisitor Ameridan's respect for the Chantry to imply that he remained celibate. In ages past, there were stories about him and his lover, a mage. They made it out to be a star-crossed romance. The Chantry silenced the stories strenuously.
When I held the Avvar at Stone Bear Hold, we learned that the jaws of Hakkon once bound their god's soul to a beast. According to the spirit, the dragon Ameridan faced was powerful, and accompanied by hostile Avvar.
You believe they could be one and the same? That would mean... Of course! Of course! Brilliant! 800 years ago, the Second Blight threatened a weak Orlais. A perfect time for the Avvar to attack. This Avvar god dragon could have endangered the Orlesian Empire had Ameridan not stopped it. That explains why he would accept such a dangerous mission. And likely how he died.
How bad would it be if the contemporary jaws of Hakkon bound their god to a dragon again?
With Orlais still recovering from the Civil War and the Mage-Templar conflict, Not to mention the remaining demon rifts and Corypheus himself. A high dragon given malice and magic by an Avvar god spirit could, hypothetically, destroy much of Orlais. At least, I hope that was hypothetically.
You're not concerned about the literal existence of an Avvar god?
Not particularly. If the jaws of Hakkon once bound their god to a dragon, it is likely just a powerful spirit. That isn't to downplay the important cultural significance to the Avvar, but magic does not equate godhood. Every blight comes from the old gods, which are also dragons corrupted by some outside influence. Sometimes I wonder if we really know what we mean by gods.
Let's make sure Hakkon stays dead. The spirit said to follow the river to the north, and something about spires or spikes.
Up the river, the scouts have had trouble with Hakkonites up there. I'll continue my research, but for now, your guess is as good as mine.
I'll speak with you later.
Inquisition soldiers. We should help them.
You face me!
Lieutenant Farrow, sir. We've beaten back those Hakkonites bastards. My men and I will hold here. The Hakkonites along the river still pose a threat. After this last battle, we need time to fortify and regroup.
What's the situation along the river?
Between the Hakkonites and the wildlife, this isn't the easiest place to maintain a presence. The river's the best way for the Inquisition to send supplies from Skyhold, or it would be if we could travel safely along it. The Hakkonites set up camps near the banks, and they attack anyone who gets within view.
That will be all, Lieutenant.
Sir?
Hakkonites seem little more than thugs.
They're determined. I'll give them that.
We do seem to draw the attention of fanatics.
Fewer Hakkonite assholes around here now.
The jaws of Hakkon must be guarding this place for a reason.
This is brilliant. This must be what the spirit meant. Excellent find. From what I can see, this is an ancillary station. Likely a scouting post for the larger structure to the east. What can it tell us about where Inquisitor Ameridan went? Related to Ameridan.
I got Professor Kenric here safely. The rest is up to you.
Lady Harding was quite nimble in the wilderness.
I'll be watching to make sure the Hakkonites don't come back.
No good.
Well done. Well done indeed.
That's something you don't see every day.
A pair of shrines. This one is clearly Andrastian, albeit from a very early period, likely pre-divine. But this is Elven, one of their gods. What was it? Every mother finds Druffalo among sleeping juniper groves. G something. The one with the deer.
What was that? Every mother finds Druffalo.
Oh, it's a memory aid to help me with the names of the elven gods. Every is Elgernan. Mother is Mithal. Finds is Fallow something. I was more focused on early Chantry history. I didn't really do elves.
Are you sure that your memory aid caught all the elven gods?
Well, there's only one F for Falondine. Oh, I suppose I forgot Fenrir. This isn't him, though. It's one of the ladies, obviously. G something.
That would be Gillinan, mother of the Hulla.
Yes! Brilliant, thank you. Oh, that would have bothered me all day.
2 shrines for 2 lovers. Inquisitor Emeridon and Talana. Maybe Talana was an elf.
Oh, yes, that's good. The Chantry expunged references to elves before the Exalted March on the Dales. They erased the Canticle of Shartan. They must have done the same to Talana.
It's only natural. History is written by the victor after all.
Natural, perhaps, but not right.
Regardless, the important thing is what this tells us. It's not a burial site. That much is obvious.
Look at those flowers. They're not native to the area. What if they were left at the shrine as an offering?
Yes. A night of prayer before battle against the dragon. But then where? Where? We're missing something. What are we missing? Oh, where did you go?
Professor, look at this. Shartan 10-7, Transfigurations 10-1.
Shartan is dissonant. And before them, empty, outstretched, lay the land which led to the gates of Minrathous. And Transfigurations is, the light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world. Why these verses? Why would Inquisitor Emeridon take the time to carve this before going into battle?
The gates of Minrathous. Isn't there a Tevinter fortress in the area?
Yes. Oh, of course! The ritual site! To seal the dragon away, Emeridon's elven mage must have used a spell at a site of great power.
My scouts have checked the fortress. It's sealed behind a wall of ice. It has to be magic.
Let's look around. Emeridon found a way through that ice, so that way should be nearby.
No good.
Behind them?
And every lock has a key.
Like these trail markers. Emeridon must have known how to use them. If they can melt through the ice, that must be where Emeridon sealed away the dragon.
I'll follow the markers and see what we can find.
Are we certain these trail markers will burn through this wall of ice around the fortress?
At least the trail markers appear to be functional. appears we shall be reduced to wading. Lovely.
That move you performed in our last fight was well executed, Bull. I'm impressed.
Thank you, Seeker. I'd be happy to teach you.
If you had done that in our last sparring match, you might have won.
Then it's time for a rematch.
The path is gone. We must find another way around.
not far to that old Vint fortress now. By force. We need another plan. What about Stonebear Hold? Anybody can get in. It'll be them.
Well met.
The Inquisition has brought an offering to enter your trials.
Yes! Oh, this'll be a fight to remember. I mean, enter the arena grounds. Hakkon's trials await.
I'm ready to begin Hakkon's trials.
Excellent. Step into the grounds, and we'll begin.
Farewell.
what a fight that maneuver. Well, you saw. Well fought, Inquisitor.
Farewell.
Safe journeys.
Be welcome, Inquisitor. Though I fear I've time for little more than a greeting. I must prepare these souls for their greater journey, particularly those who depart without the reverence due. Their way is often hardest.
I'm not familiar with Avvar funerals. May I ask what proper rites entail?
When the time comes, we are given sky burials. For most, the body is laid out and prayers given. When the birds come, they carry the soul to the Lady of the Skies. The body, unneeded, is gone.
For most?
Some souls, such as Colden's, are chosen to return. The augur reads the signs at birth. It is a rare honor. In order to return, an offering is made to Korth the Mountain Father and buried beneath the body. A piece of the soul thus remains, allowing the rest to return to this world and be reborn.
Will someone not be given proper rites?
Colden Enverson is one of the few whose soul may return. Bloodkin must make an offering to the Huntmaster, who prepares it. Or so it should be. Colden's son, Finn, has failed in this duty, but then there's you.
Me?
You're a guest of our hold. A gift from you cannot be refused. Even an offering for Colden. I cannot dictate the nature of a gift, but if my suggestion appeals to you, speak to the Huntmaster.
Colden's son is injured. It's not his fault he can't make the offering.
As disappointing as that may be, it is not my place to ignore the gods' laws on a whim. I honor them in word and spirit, Inquisitor.
You suggested a way around tradition by letting me make the offering.
The spirits have seen Finn fail. To undo it may be to undo their will. A gift from another does not bear this weight. Colden's soul could travel easily.
I should be off.
Lady keep you.
Heard you passed Hakkon's trials. If you hunt as well as you fight, you'll fit in well.
I spoke to the woman preparing bodies for funeral. She said I might make an offering. For Colden.
How would... as a gift? Sly woman. In that case, I'll accept an offering from the hand that gives it. Tradition says the offering's made to Korth. Only creatures who touch the god's realm will do. I'll mark where some were last spotted. It'd be an unmatched gift, Lowlander. I still pity Colden's son, though, losing his father's name.
What do you mean?
Finn failed to complete the rites. That'll see him disowned when the burial's complete. He's fatherless whether you do this or not, Inquisitor. Seeing it done will give him some peace, I imagine.
Farewell.
Farewell.
avoid places where the veil is thin. I suspect this was an exception.
Said a gift to the whole everyone would be a gift from one side.
Kind though that may be, it bends the laws of that tradition. It's something to consider.
Inquisitor?
I have the offering for Colden Embassy.
I'll see it properly prepared and sent to Gida. She'll be making the final preparations soon, I imagine.
In times of crisis, too many die without proper rites or prayers. This was kindly done, my dear.
Farewell.
Farewell.
understand our huntmaster prepares Colden Enverson's offering as we speak. This gift is beyond worth. You have my thanks, Inquisitor. I must complete the preparations.
I should be on.
Lady keep you.
Wind seems colder than it should.
When you are ready, you have our blades, Inquisitor.
You said that the Jaws of Hakkon first tried binding their god in mortal form hundreds of years ago.
What of it?
In our search for Inquisitor Emeridon, we learned that he came here to fight a great dragon 800 years ago. A dragon that came from the mountains with Avvar warriors to attack the lowlands.
Your last Inquisitor must have fought well to stop Hakkon himself.
I'll speak with you later.
Farewell. When you are ready, you have our blades, Inquisitor.
I'm ready to attack the Jaws of Hakkon.
Good. They will pay the blood price for what they have done. Your Skald and your Scout are here. We can plan the assault.
Oh, I like the sound of Skald. It's more dramatic than Professor. Yes, well, everything we've found out about Inquisitor Emeridon suggests that he never emerged from that Tevinter fortress.
If that is where your Inquisitor defeated Hakkon, that is where the Jaws of Hakkon must perform the rite to free him.
Good. We know where to strike.
You really have no problem with us killing your god?
Gods cannot be reborn until they die. Hakkon needs a good rebirthing.
If you say so.
With its ice wall melted, the fortress is open to attack. We must strike soon, before our foes recover.
They're already trying. I've got most of our forces defending the shrine from Hakkonites who want to restore the wall.
The fortress was built to be defensible. It's going to cost us a lot of people to take it.
Why?
I'm no warrior, but with Lady Harding's forces defending the shrine and no way to breach the walls...
Lowlanders. Why not climb the walls?
Your warriors can get over those walls before the Hakkonites stop them?
This is not a war, Stone Daughter. This is a raid. We strike at night, clad lightly. We climb the wall and open the gate from inside.
Agreed. How soon can we attack?
As soon as the sun sets, Inquisitor. This will be a good night.
Inquisition forces will feign weakness near the shrine. That'll draw some of them away from the fortress.
Not too many, I hope.
Yes, save some for us.
Right, Inquisitor. Ask and I will climb over.
I'll be there to catch Parv when he slips.
Of course you will. You'll be behind me after all.
Where the guard?
I've got him.
There! It's the Lowlanders!
Kill the Inquisitor! Death to his hold for Hakkon's glory!
No sign of the dragon. It must be in there.
Watch out for the ice walls. We cannot let them slow us.
How do you like that, Frosty?
This frost is magical in nature. If we do not make haste, we will freeze to death.
Cold's not so bad here.
They are performing the ritual. I suggest we hurry. The barbarian's allowing himself to be possessed by Hakkon. Is he insane?
Mountain Father, crush the creed of Korth the Callow.
There's the dragon!
Leave the spirits swallow. Savage Hakkon, born in battle, bloody bladed. Winter's breath to rack, cold to cut and kill.
invulnerable until we disrupt those around him.
Face me and die, Inquisitor! Your predecessor could not stand against me! You shall fall as well! I am the cold blight of winter!
He's putting out the fires.
Lowlanders!
Inquisitor. Inquisitor? How fares Draken? Has he brought the chant to the whole world yet?
Inquisitor American, you disappeared in 120 Divine, around the time of the signing of the Nevarran Accord.
You say it as though it was... How long?
You were the last Inquisitor. There has not been another since you disappeared 800 years ago.
Draken was my oldest friend. He would have sent someone to find me.
He would have, had the Second Blight not swept across Orlais, demanding his full attention.
I see. Tilana escaped the battle. Did she? Do the records say what became of her?
Tilana died of old age many years later. She never forgot you.
You lie well. But I hunted demons in Maleficarum long before I was Inquisitor. I never wanted this job. Hunting demons was so much simpler than politics.
Inquisitor Ameridan? How could the leader of the Seekers be a mage?
Has history forgotten so much? I was not a Seeker myself, as most Inquisitors were. I used my magical gifts in the hunting of demons in Maleficarum. Do the Seekers no longer welcome the aid of mages?
No, that was forgotten. Among many other things.
Cassandra, we have more pressing concerns.
You do indeed. The dragon carries the spirit of an Avvar god. I lacked the strength to kill it. My own magic was able to bind us all, locked in time. But when the cultists drew that spirit into another vessel, it disrupted my bindings. It is breaking free.
I'm already fighting one would-be god. I can make time for one more.
Then I leave the world in good hands. The passage of years can be delayed, but not ignored. I will soon join Tilana at Andraste's side. Take this. It holds the last few memories of an old hunter who was neither as wise nor as strong as he thought. Fight well, Inquisitor. I am honored to have met you.
We need to stop the dragon. It still carries the spirit of Hakkon.
So Tilana and I can deal with the dragon. My spirit companion believes we can seal the dragon away, even if we cannot kill it. It is less clear whether I can do so without sealing myself in as well. But I have little choice. This beast will wreak devastation across Orlais unless we stop it now.
No one ever knew. Their heroism was lost to history.
and to Andraste make a bride. As you were raised up from mortal men to stand with our creators, our makers, so raise me up now to defend this world.
Inquisitor Ameridan, who helped bring the Inquisition into the Chantry, built the shrine for the Maker and the Elven gods.
Glad to have friends on my side. Delana and Heron have been arguing about Heron using the lyrium to fight demons. Some things never change. Irina has a new alchemical trick she wants to try, like pitch or tar, but stronger. A recipe straight from Orzammar. They argue, fuss, and mock each other mercilessly. And I would be lost without them.
A dwarf getting on someone's nerves. I can't imagine.
Every age has those destined for greatness, it seems.
Huh. Sounds like the old Inquisitor could have used someone bigger up front.
Elves ignored the second blight as it spread across Orlais. So began the animosity that led to the destruction of the Dales.
So, the ancient Hakkonite assholes didn't destroy the lowlands like they wanted, but they did get the elves.
dragon the Avvar have tamed carries a demon inside it. I can see how its presence hurts you. You should be at Halam Shirar reminding our people of our alliance with Draken. Not here, risking death with me. Still, in the old tongue, your name Talanadas means nothing is inevitable. I will remember your name. And hope.
Dreamers are said to be sensitive to the presence of demons. I imagine this Hakkon demon caused Talana significant pain.
More pain than watching her husband and all her fighting buddies get killed.
Lowlanders, I am the breath of winter, the cold wind of war. Join me in battle and die! fight well! A worthy battle!
Gotten to see you take down a dragon in person. I must say, it's fun to see it up close.
With any luck, this puts an end to Hakkon permanently.
Or as permanently as it gets for an Avvar god. Inquisitor Meriden would have been proud that you finished what he started. It's strange. History forgot so much of who he was. They never knew he died saving everyone. Do you ever feel that way?
You weren't in the fortress. How do you hear about Meriden?
I'm a scout, remember? Who do you think writes the messages Liliana reads?
It's not about what we feel. It's about doing what needs to be done.
I suppose you're right. For what it's worth. Nice work, Trevelyan. Anyway, I'll be at camp if there's anything here you want to finish up. Otherwise, see you at Skyhold.
Inquisitor, you have done more for us than most who are of Stonebear Hold. It is not right that a guest do so much. The Hold has spoken, and you are no guest. You are kin. More than that, your deeds have earned a legend mark worthy of one who broke the jaws of Hakkon. From today, you are known to us as Inquisitor First Thor.
Thank you, Thane Sunhair.
I cannot say that all Avvar will be allies with the Lowlands, but your story will be told across the Frostbacks.
I'll speak with you later.
Farewell. I hear you judge wrongs among your people, Inquisitor. If you are willing, I ask you to judge Storvacker.
I'm sorry?
As a warrior of our hold, Storvacker should have died rather than submit to the vile ritual the Jaws of Hakkon had prepared. It is unclear whether the Augur or I should judge such a thing. You are here. I would be grateful.
She doesn't even have the faintest idea why she's here.
Ah, Storvacker, will you speak to the Hold for your deeds?
As honorary member of the Hold, I believe a Hold beast can travel with my people and still keep her oaths. Storvacker, as Inquisitor First Thor, your punishment will be to serve my Inquisition.
Lady, the Master of the Hunt will make mockery of me for this.
Inquisitor, I understand you located the final resting place of Inquisitor Emeridon.
I was able to speak with the Inquisitor briefly before he died.
I'm sorry?
A ritual kept Inquisitor Emeridon alive all these centuries, binding him and the dragon.
Oh. Did his... Tilana cast some sort of spell before retreating? Or... You're not implying that Emeridon was a mage. I'm committed to the truth, but if such an important figure in Chantry history were revealed to have been a mage...
Emeridon was a human warrior, of course. We believe Tilana cast the spell that bound them.
Excellent. I look forward to examining any relics that might be recovered. As I said, many noble families in Orlais claim some relation to the Inquisitor. They will be quite pleased. I will spread the word appropriately. Thank you again for this marvelous opportunity.